Hello, I'm Anna, a digital fantasy artist, and today I'm going to be showing you how I sketch my portraits step by step in a real-time video. I've been meaning to make this video a long time because I feel like people overcomplicate sketching, and I just wanted to say a little disclaimer before I start the video. Sketching is really about proportions if you want to learn. Even if you are more of a cartoon artist, it's still really good for you to understand the proportions of the body and the face. And literally the only way for you to get there is practicing and repeating over and over again. So before you try to follow this tutorial, keep in mind that I have years of repeating and practicing drawing from reference and drawing from imagination. So don't feel bad if you don't have the measurements that I already have. Like, everything is about knowing how far things are from each other when the topic is sketching, so keep that in mind, and it's something that only practice can give you. But first, I'm starting with a really basic sketch. Again, I'm with my reference beside me. I'm going to leave it down below in the description for you to follow it. And I really recommend you to draw with me, literally, get out the reference that is in the description and start sketching and see if it looks like what I'm doing in my computer. But I just start really measuring the distances and trying to put every single thing there, but never zooming in, and I'm not focused on details. So you can see that I kind of made the shape of the hair, but I didn't really draw in the hair, and I used a really thick brush to start. Here I'm going with a smaller brush and I'm adding more of the details of the face, like the eye, the nose, and the lips. But I am honestly just measuring things. I'm trying to understand the distance between the hair strand and her eyes, the distance between her chin and her arms. It's all about getting the measurements right. Something I didn't do that I should have done is to flip the canvas. If you feel like you don't understand where you're getting something wrong and something looks off, flip the canvas. So many people are afraid to flip the canvas because they're going to think it looks so bad and they're going to give up. But understand that it's literally there to help you make a better drawing. It's not because you've convinced yourself that the right side looks good that it actually is good. It has some faults, and flipping it is just going to make you understand what you need to fix without you having to literally stare at it for 3 hours long without understanding why something looks off. Here I already turned the opacity of the first layer down, and I started painting in a new layer with a smaller brush size. I use the same brush throughout the whole video. If you want my brushes, they are my gumroad. They are for free, so go check that out. And I am just really starting to go in here. Again, you can see that I did not zoom in anytime. I feel like a beginner's mistake that I did a lot was to think that just because I was sketching the eye, I need to zoom in. You will eventually zoom in, but not right now. Right now, you should really be focusing on making it look the best as you can without zooming in. And if you get something wrong, we can fix it in the third layer. Most of my sketches, they take 3 layers to complete. So just understand that it is going to take some time for you to get it right. And you can see that here, I'm not really trying to make it the most realistic thing I've ever seen. I feel like a lot of beginners, they want to make it exactly like the reference, and they get really upset on how to actually do this. But this is where, developing your style comes in play. Only you have your eyes and your mind, and the way that you look at a reference is going to be different in the way that I stare at the same reference. And maybe you're going to draw the eye in a way that I didn't draw, and that's fine. It doesn't mean that there isn't a right or wrong in art. You should try to study and make it look as good and as proportion wise good as the reference, but you shouldn't be upset if your drawing looks slightly different, because that's just how you express yourself and your style, and that's how you kind of develop your own language. So we're not artists because we want to recreate reality. I mean, if you are a realism artist, then it's one thing, but we are not artists to recreate reality just like we see. We are artists to recreate reality the way we feel and how we want to recreate reality. We already have photos to take pictures that are perfect, so why not let your creativity run loose and let yourself express what you want to express in the sketching phase without worrying so much about it looking exactly like the reference. Here I made the other layer like not show because I needed to see if it looked good. And again, I am telling you guys, please flip your canvas. I should have flipped mine. I don't think this sketch looks bad, but I feel like it would be so much better. And right now I'm going in for the third layer, and in this layer I'm finally going to zoom in and start literally, I zoomed in the reference as well, and I started to actually like pay attention to the smallest details. And something that I wanted to say, I've always struggled a lot with sketching, especially digitally, because I would see so many artists that had like the most pretty sketches on earth and like super blended, and they would even kind of paint on top of them, and I was like, bro, I am not that artist. Like, I don't even have the patience to do line art. I'm literally a painter. I don't think I'm a drawer. I'm more of a painter. And for painting, that's the thing. You don't need a really detailed sketch because your line is not going to show. And I don't want to like say the stuff that old masters said, that they were like, oh, sketching isn't art. It's just like my base for my painting. No, I think sketching is beautiful, and it is such a valid form of art, and I wish I had the patience and the talent to do pretty line work. But I just wanted to say that if you are not a sketching type of artist, if you don't like doing really detailed sketches, if you don't like to sell sketches, it's fine, it's okay. And again, if you are more of a painter, your lines are not going to show. So you don't need to worry about having the most perfect sketch. It's about thinking of what is going to help you while you're painting, and not about making it look perfect. For example, you can see that I focused more on the lines that show the shadows of her eyes and the form of her eyes, because this is what is going to help me when I'm painting. It literally like guidelines for me. So don't worry about, I don't know, making every single freckle on her face, making every single line you see. Think about what is important for you. And even if you are a cartoon artist, you are going to want to draw like thicker lines or like more thinner lines, you know, so the line weight is something you should think about as well. I didn't really think about it here because, again, if I am sketching, it's for me to paint on top, so I never really make any type of line weight because no one is going to see my line. But just keep that in mind if you are more of a cartoon artist. And here, like, making the layer on below like not visible helps me to see where my mistakes are, just like flipping the canvas. So if you feel like you're stuck, just make the layer below not visible for you to see your mistakes. And then I just take my time and I keep painting. I do think it is kind of tedious to sketch. It's not really my favorite thing, but I am trying to change that because I used to not even sketch. Like, I wouldn't even take the time to sketch, and that's not good either. Like, you don't need to love detailing sketching, but don't jump the sketch phase because you are going to make so many more mistakes if you don't sketch. and it is so much better to already make some mistakes on the sketching phase, because then you already realize they are mistakes and you fix them before you go into painting. Because fixing a painting when you had a bad sketch from the start, it's literally hell and it takes so much longer. So please do not do that, please. Now I'm just going in and detailing. Remember that if you want to stop here, you can. Like, normally I wouldn't even go this far. I would already start thinking about the colors that I want my painting to have, and I would just go for painting already. I wouldn't really spend more time sketching. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just wanted to say that I do have a sketching faces tutorial on my Gumroad. It's only $5, so if you're interested in learning more, you can check that out in the link of the description below. Again, my free brushes are there too as well. In the tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to sketch the base, because I feel like a lot of people have difficulties on sketching the base of the face, and the base is something really important. If you know like basic facial anatomy, you can basically draw any face from any angle. And the tutorial, I will have a detailed face sketching tutorial as well. I have 4 tutorials together. I have expression sketching and gesture sketching. If you want to be able to sketch faces really quickly, it's such a great tutorial to see. And as always, all my tutorials on my Gumroad are beginner friendly and really easy to follow. But that's basically it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I did leave the final result of this sketch, and I really hope you guys think it looks good. If you have any questions or any video suggestions of something that you would like me to teach or make a tutorial about, or even really discuss, just comment down below, and I really hope to help you. Again, remember that your sketches, they don't need to look exactly like the picture. It doesn't need to be realistic. It needs to be like good because you want it to look like that, you know? Like, let your style flow freely, and always study and practice, but have like imagination sessions as well. Like, it's so important to draw from your imagination, and I feel like people don't really talk about that. It's not only about drawing the perfect face and drawing the perfect person. It's about being able to just open your sketchbook and do something you liked without feeling the pressure of making it perfect. But that's basically it. I am so happy with the support I'm getting. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.